If we talk about the fastest man on earth or the greatest martial artist of all time, one legendary name still stands above the rest: Bruce Lee. A man whose lightning-fast speed, explosive power, and unmatched fighting skills amazed the entire world. It is said that once Bruce Lee launched an attack, his opponent barely had enough time to react. Even today, decades after his death, his name continues to inspire millions of people across the globe. Friends, almost everyone has heard the name Bruce Lee, but very few people know the incredible story behind the legend. Bruce Lee wasn't just a martial artist. He was a revolutionary who completely changed the way the world looked at martial arts. Many experts and fans still believe that no martial artist has ever reached the extraordinary level of speed, technique, and precision that Bruce Lee possessed. But Bruce Lee's greatness wasn't limited to martial arts alone. He also became one of Hollywood's biggest action superstars, starring in blockbuster films that made him an international icon and inspired generations of fighters, actors, and athletes. Sadly, this incredible legend passed away at the shockingly young age of just 32. The mystery surrounding his death remains one of the most talked about topics even today, and later in this video, we'll uncover what really happened. Before we dive into his life story, let me share a few astonishing facts that prove why Bruce Lee was unlike anyone the world had ever seen. Bruce Lee's kicks were so unbelievably fast that movie editors often had to slow down the footage because, at normal speed, many viewers would have believed the scenes were fake. According to popular accounts, Bruce Lee could deliver a powerful punch in as little as 0.05 seconds, striking an opponent standing nearly 3 feet away before they even realized what had happened. Another fascinating fact is that Bruce Lee deeply admired India's legendary wrestling champion, the Great Gama, who retired undefeated and earned a reputation as one of the greatest wrestlers in history. Bruce Lee respected Gama's discipline, strength, and determination, drawing inspiration from his remarkable achievements. So, who was Bruce Lee before he became the world's greatest martial arts icon? How did a young boy transform into one of the most influential fighters and action stars in history? And what really happened on the day of his mysterious death? Let's begin the incredible journey of Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee greatly admired India's legendary wrestling champion, the Great Gama, a man who completed his entire wrestling career without ever being defeated. Gama built his extraordinary physique using massive stone dumbbells and traditional training equipment, and many believe that no wrestler has ever matched his legendary status. But Bruce Lee's story is just as remarkable. Born on November 27, 1940, at Jackson Street Hospital in San Francisco's Chinatown, his birth name was Lee Jun-fan, while the name Bruce was reportedly given to him by a nurse shortly after his birth. His father, Li Hoi-chen, was a renowned Chinese Cantonese opera performer, and his mother, Grace Ho, came from a respected Hong Kong family. Only a few months after his birth, the family returned to Hong Kong, where Bruce spent most of his childhood. Growing up in a family deeply connected to the entertainment industry, he was introduced to acting at an incredibly young age. At just 3 months old, Bruce made his first appearance in the film Golden Gate Girl, making him one of the youngest child actors of his time. As he grew older, his natural charisma and talent continued to shine, and by the age of 16, he had already appeared in more than 20 films. Without realizing it, the young boy who began acting as an infant was taking the very first steps toward becoming one of the greatest martial artists and most influential action stars in history. His incredible journey was only just beginning.